Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sesh. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Hello, hotties, and welcome back to another episode of Smoke Sesh, you guys. Let's go ahead and just take a deep breath together. Wow, what a freaking week I've had. It has been pretty crazy. I'm feeling generally emotionally stable for what I have been up to, because baby, it's been a lot. The Patreon members know that. Oh my goodness. Catch up a little bit. I have a new vlog out right now up on YouTube at Hannah Marlene 444 if you want to watch that. It's a fun little chill baked and baking episode. I made Dutch baby pancakes. Oh, so incredibly good. I love getting in the kitchen, making something yummy, hanging out with you guys. There's truly nothing better. So if you want to hang out a little bit more, go give that a little watch. But other things that I've been up to, my parents, of course, went out of town, so I am their designated house sitter, dog sitter, because hello, that's all I'm useful for, obviously. So honestly, I've been waking up early every single day because I have to go over there, walk her, check on her, things like that, check on the house. And it's been nice to get up early because I'm getting so much shit done, but baby, I am tired. I've also been outside more than usual, which has been really, really nice, especially when I'm walking her like 3 times a day. I'm outside at least for like 3 hours during that period of time. And it's been so nice just to kind of get some sun on my face, some fresh air, some mosquito bites. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait for them to be home today so I don't have to do that so much. But I am going to be taking qualities of what I have been doing over the past couple of weeks while they've been gone into my life as I kind of progress forward. Getting outside more. After dinner walks have been fabulous. I feel like I've been just like eating a massive dinner and then laying horizontal, and it makes me feel so bad. Like my digestion, it's like my body just can't process it. It's like, okay, let's go for a little walk after dinner. How beautiful, at the park down the street. Why not? You know what I mean? Getting up early, getting my shit done early. I'm really going to definitely take those lessons moving forward. We had some crazy storms come through the city, like so randomly overnight. It'd be like 3 a.m. wind gushing, tornado, sirens, craziness, wild, insane. And usually, I grew up in the Midwest. A storm is a storm, baby. I'm really not too worried. Like, we'll assess the damage in the morning. But I went over to walk my parents' dog, and my parents were like, hey, I think there's a tree down in the backyard. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I didn't see anything. Keep in mind, like, I'm up at like 7 a.m. go walk the dog. I'm like, I didn't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Power was on, Wi-Fi working, babe. Obviously, there's nothing serious going on. Walk back in the backyard to double check. Yeah, an entire freaking tree limb the size of a fully grown oak had fallen out of the neighbor's yard, smashed down all the power lines, smashed down the fence. I was like, oh, that's the tree you're talking about. Okay. Luckily, it was the neighbor's problem, not mine. That's kind of how I'm rolling with this retrograde, is not my problem, not my circus, not my monkeys. I could sit here and stress the fuck out about it, but that's just like a waste of time. I truly don't have time to be doing that. So we're just going to let that be. Someone who's gonna fix it will fix it. Evergy, whatever, the power company will come put the lines back up. But for now, I'm gonna just let that be. That is a problem, not for me, not right now, baby. There's too much going on. That's really how I'm approaching this entire retrograde season. So that was wild. Fence is currently being repaired. Giant tree limb being removed from the yard as we speak. Craziness. I don't know. There's just been this air of chaos, especially with retrograde going on, that I have been trying to just like hold on, do my best. Especially at work, I went and served this weekend, and oh my God, it was just like chaos that didn't need to be happening. Like, food is burnt, shit's going wrong, people complaining. It got to a point where I was like, I don't even care. Like, I'll just comp everything. It's not coming out of my paycheck. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. High stress. It's like, okay, there's like no reason for everybody to be this stressed out, but we are. So like, let's process through it and then move on and release this energy. I feel like that's going to be my to-do list today, is to kind of like chill the fuck out again. people have been like testy, impatient, a little aggressive. Also, like, people have been moving a little bit slower than usual, and I feel like that's also making people aggressive because they're like in a rush or something. It's been weird, so I really am just like protecting my peace, balancing myself, grounding myself, all of the buzzwords. Like, I just am trying to focus on me and do the best I can. On the brighter note, I did go to a new art installation this weekend, which was so fun with a new friend. Oh my god, we went and saw the Muka art installation at the Nelson Atkins Museum. I forgot how much the Nelson Atkins Museum in Kansas City is just so freaking good and so amazing. Like, free art museum, and then when they do have exhibits, I mean, they're less than $20 usually. Oh my god, it was so fun to see Art Nouveau. That style is just so beautiful, and being able to see art that is just so prolific and prominent in just like modern day in person is so cool. Like, I wasn't expecting them to be so big or so detailed or to like be able to see the process of it all. I love looking at art. I love seeing art, and I don't know why I haven't been surrounding myself with more art. That's definitely something that's on my to-do list, especially for the summer. Even if I've seen the same piece of art 1,000 times, I don't care. I need to go get to some like more modern galleries. I need to go to some art events. I need to go do some live drawing, live painting. I have another painting I'm setting up to work on. I'm really just trying to surround myself with as much art as possible. And so that was a really fun excursion to get out and go do and see and build up a little bit of inspiration. It was such a fun time, such a fantastic way to spend a Sunday. And then we had a work party, and that was just like, it was a time, everybody had a good time. Everybody got a little drunk, a little tipsy, ate some chicken tacos. Very simple, very fun, very chill, and then I went home and went immediately to bed. You guys, I am tired. We have a new moon today. I did not get a wink of sleep last night. So if I seem a little delirious, a little wild, a little crazy today, just buckle up, girls, and strap in for the ride, because that's what I am doing. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be silly. We're gonna get wild. We're gonna get into like the OG topics from like the OG smoke sesh days. I'm gonna smoke a little bowl, and bitch, we're gonna have a good fucking time. But that's all I have to catch you guys up on. If you want to see more from me, like I said, watch the vlogs every week. Follow me on Instagram at Hannah Marlene. If you want to submit your questions, you can always DM me a voice note or paragraphs, whatever you're feeling. If you want extra content, we have a patreon.com/smokeseshshotty, where I do extra episodes every single week where I answer every single one of your questions. Yes, every single one of your questions. And what's nice about the Patreon is you can submit like upwards of like 8 paragraphs, I'm not even kidding, into like the text format. And so like we get into the details. It's like, no, you have more than 3 sentences, because Instagram only gives you like 3 sentences to submit. Like, give me all the details. Give me the backstory, the current story, what's going on. Like, let's get to the bottom of this together. And it's just so fun over there. Plus, extra content. We do a book club, book of the month. We do tarot readings every month. I kind of have like a July forecast going on of things that I'm looking for, finding inspiration in, and many, 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 many other perks. I promise you that. We've been hustling over there. Okay, someone said goal check-in. Great question, because baby, we're setting some big fucking goals, especially for this summer coming up. I talked about this before on the last episode, how I wanted to do like a 30 days of committing to myself. Words, they're hard, you know what I mean. 30 days of self-committal. Okay, 30 days where I challenge myself to fully commit to myself, to my dreams, to my work, to the kind of life I want to be living. And I feel like it's such a way to completely transform your life practically overnight. If you think about it, 30 days is nothing in the grand scheme of our lives. If you can commit every single day for 30 days to living it, like exactly how you want to be living. And I'm not talking, oh, I'm going to go shopping every single day, like living lavish, eating out, blah, 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 blah. It's more so like setting goals and achieving them and doing that for 30 days. You know what I mean? And so I'm officially going to be starting that this week. I'll be starting it on Wednesday. I'll be vlogging the whole process. So I'll have like a full long form vlog that I'll upload on YouTube at the end of the 30 days, just to keep me in check and committed, so that I'm not just like slacking off. I really, really want to stick to this. I feel like I set goals and I achieve them, or I set them and they're not as like strict or as, high achieving as I wanted them to be, or maybe I start slacking off. And so this time around, I really am going to be taking it seriously, because I feel like sometimes people ask me, how do I completely like shift my life? Like a paradigm shift, a metamorphosis, a turning point, okay? And I do think in order to receive blessings from the universe, you have to kind of make a sacrifice in a sort of sense. And baby, not like sacrificing chicken, sacrificing yourself, giving up your firstborn son, whatever it is. Like, that's not what we're doing. It really is just like sometimes you got to get strict with yourself so you take your life seriously and the universe starts taking you seriously, and also you start making room for new amazing things. It is the best way to completely time warp, time shift your life, completely transform your life into something better. So for me, this looks like, and I know everybody buckle up for these rules I have for myself, crazy. Number 1, no drinking. No drinking. Okay. The older I get, the more I'm like, alcohol is poison, because it is, and it feels like it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Vulnerable moment here. I have a really bad relationship with alcohol. Not in the sense of like, I mean, as bad as it could get, where I'm drinking every single day. I'm like binge drinking. I'm hiding it. I'm waking up. I'm immediately taking shots. Like nothing like that. That is bad, obviously. But my bad relationship mostly stems from once I start, I can't stop. Or if I have it around me, I want to like finish the bottle, finish whatever is in front of me. You know what I mean? And that's a habit I really want to break, just the habitual drinking of it all. I do feel like I drink more when I do go to work. Honestly, like an after work shifty turns into 3, turns into we're going out for the night. You know what I mean? So that's probably going to be the most challenging part of it, is being at work and not wanting to drink afterwards, because everybody else is. It's a social lubricant. Everybody's kind of decompressing together. But honestly, throughout the week, I don't really drink unless it's like a social event. I'm going out with friends, whatever it may be. But I think if I really commit to 30 days no alcohol, I just genuinely will feel better. My liver will feel detoxed. All right. I'll probably lose some weight if I'm being honest. Not that that's like a goal of mine, but I do feel like I'm just like very bloated from the summer drinking, the going out, you know. I also want to find an alternative and be able to socialize or decompress after work without having to drink. So, you know, by removing it, I'm able to form new habits, form new ways of kind of coping with life. Hello. And yeah, I really want to stick to that. I've done 30 days alcohol free before. I have really loved it. I've really enjoyed it. And I think this is a perfect time to do so now as well. Number 2, in the substance realm, I am not going to smoke before 4 p.m. Okay. No smoking before 4 p.m. I honestly am pretty good about this. I naturally don't really smoke until after 4 p.m. because I'm doing work practically every single day. But I'm really going to try and hold off on smoking weed until I am done with all my work for the day. I am like completed everything. I feel like I've really maxed out the day, because I'm going to be honest, if I start smoking in the afternoon or even in the morning, I just get lazy. I get distracted. I get a little airheady. I mean, that's the whole point of weed. You know what I mean? Is to kind of dissociate a little bit, connect with yourself. You know, you're not in your right headspace. Very normal, very natural. I get it. But also, like, that can't be an everyday occurrence. I do want to cut back on the habitual smoking in the morning, in the afternoon, and just wait until 4 p.m. I feel like I can absolutely do that. No problem. Number 3, I will be cutting down on my social media consumption. And by social media consumption, I don't mean long form YouTube. Okay, that is fine. I'm putting no limits on my YouTube consumption, or like Spotify, music, things like that. That's okay with me. Even Pinterest, like I don't care if I'm scrolling on Pinterest for 2 hours, because when am I ever honestly scrolling on Pinterest for 2 hours? And most of the time I'm just like finding inspiration, fun quotes, different book ideas, anything that I could possibly find that would provide inspiration for my life. I find on Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, things like that. TikTok is the main problem. It is rotting my brain. I waste so much fucking time on that app. And I know it's just it's almost like a pacifier. It's like, I don't really want to think about anything right now. I don't know what else to do with myself. I kind of just want to dissociate. Like, let me just scroll on my phone. And I don't like that. You know what I mean? I mean, I like consuming fun videos, inspirational things, cute pictures. I feel like I can get that fulfillment from Pinterest, Instagram, Tumblr. There's only so much I really can scroll on those apps, but TikTok specifically, I am putting myself to a 30-minute timer. 30-minute timer, 30-minute limit. That is all I am allowed at the end of the night. So it's like, bitch, you better ration. But TikTok is just, I mean, it's trash. You're just consuming trash. It's like a trash app. It's so not good for you. It's so bad. All the videos that are being pushed, when you really start perceiving them, it's like, why is this so prevalent? Like, it's just something that I do really need to cut down on, especially the dissociative habit of it all. So 30 minutes of screen time, specifically on TikTok, only a day. Like I said, YouTube, TV, music, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, I can spend as much time on there as I want, because genuinely I can only scroll on reels for so long. I really can't. I don't get in that flow state that TikTok hits, because it like is burning my dopamine receivers. Instagram is a little bit more inspirational. People take it a little bit more seriously, I want to say, like semi-seriously. Of course, there's funny videos. I find it more like artistic in a way. So I just think, unless that becomes a problem randomly, then I'll limit to 30 minutes. But for now, TikTok, 30 minutes only. Limit the screen time. I also need to do one physical activity a day. Now, I'm not going to be too picky about this. When it's like the 75 hard thing that everybody does, it's like you have to work out for at least in the morning and the evening. It's like, okay, as long as I'm doing one physical activity a day, I'm not going to be upset, whether that's simply going on a walk, if that's all I have energy for is going on a walk in the morning or the evening. Fabulous. Okay. One activity. Maybe it's going to yoga. Beautiful. Maybe it's, oh my God, going to a new gym. Cool. Love it. Maybe it's going horseback riding. Maybe it's going on a hike. Maybe it's going swimming. I don't care what it is, but I need to do one singular physical activity a day. Just get outside, go out, live life, move my body. I think it's good for me. Obviously, it's good for everybody. And I want to get into more of a habit of feeling comfortable getting out, moving around, and living life, trying new things, going to new gyms, going to new workout classes. You know what I mean? Fuck it. The sedentary lifestyle is not for me, so I'm really just trying to switch it up a bit. I need to read at least one chapter a day of any book of my choice. Doesn't matter. Just one chapter a day. It could be fan fiction. I don't give a fuck. Okay. I just need to be reading. This will also help me kind of get off the phone a little bit, and also build up my creative habits, healthy dissociative methods. And so just any book, I'm not going to be picky. If I want to get into like fairy smut, now is the time to do so. Like, I think I'll be flying through books once I commit to this. And I usually do pretty good at reading, but there are days I skip here and there. It's very easy to fall off the wagon with reading. So simply just one chapter a day, easy peasy, in the morning, in the evening, whenever, it doesn't matter. In that 30-day window, I want to finish at least one painting. I think I'll probably finish more, but generally I need to finish one painting. I've made about 8 paintings, but I haven't completely finished them. And so that's kind of my biggest problem right now, is like getting to a place where I feel good, where I feel satisfied with the art that I'm doing. I mean, I like it. I'm having fun. I'm practicing. I'm doing things here and there, but I'm not like completing a painting and signing the back. You know what I mean? I need to get to that point. Now, I was going to kind of put rules on what I eat as well, but rules on eating is a little tricky for me because it can get very, very self-depreciating very fast. So I'm not going to put any heavy rules on what I'm eating. I'm going to try and limit eating out. And if I do eat out, like, you know, not wasting money on places like Taco Bell, baby, let's just make that at home, please. Like, if I do eat out, we're going to a nice meal. We're getting some sushi. We're getting a salad, you know. We're getting, if it's a burger, like a good burger, not like a McDonald's burger. So small limitations like that. I'm also going to try and cut back any sort of dairy or sugar consumption. And that is not because of like any sort of like body things. Well, kind of. It's mostly because of my acne. I find when I'm eating a lot of dairy and a lot of sugar, my acne is much, much worse. And so that's just like a general goal in life. So I figured, why not include it? And that's it. You're like, bitch, does the list go on? This is so many things. I was talking to my friend, even she was like, okay, girl, you're really doing a lot all at once. You're kind of changing a lot all at once. But I kind of find when I just kind of force myself to do a lot at once, I handle it better than slowly dosing things over time. I don't know what it is, but I love a challenge. I love getting strict with myself. I love setting goals and I like achieving them. I do. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm a little bit more in control of life. It makes me feel like, I'm not just like a passenger of life, that I'm actually living it and I'm choosing the path that I want to be on. And the beautiful thing about life is we do have choices. Whatever you want, you can create. Whoever you want to be, you can be. It's just you have to be strong enough to go after those things. And so I think through this process, I'm going to teach myself self-restraint, strength, confidence, self-trust, build up my intuition a little bit. And hopefully by the end of these 30 days, these habits will have stuck. And hopefully it'll trigger a metamorphosis in my life. And hopefully, fingers crossed, for the better. Obviously for the better. With that being said, those are the goals I'm setting. I'll keep you guys updated every week as I check in. It'll only be like 4 podcast episodes if you really think about it. So it'll fly the fuck by. But yes, I'm starting Wednesday and then I'll be vlogging it all. So expect a vlog in 30 days. We will see what happens together. But until then, wish me luck. And if you want to join along. You deserve the life you want to live. I do truly believe that if you want to completely change your life, you do have to get strict about yourself a little bit, get strict about the life you want to live, and kind of give some stuff up to make room for better things. It just is what it is. I don't know. That's just a truth of life that I've noticed. And thus, it is time to get on board. All right, let's get into your guys' questions. Let's see what you have on your minds. How to stay cute and sexy with this heat of hell. I hate feeling gross. Honestly, I love being hot and sweaty and sticky. I love summer. The hotter, the better, if I'm being honest. But it does get to a point where you can get very overstimulated. Like, I can't wear jean shorts. I can't. In the heat, I can't wear jean shorts. In the spring, cute, fun, love a little jean short. But when it is 100 degrees outside, bitch, if I am in jean shorts, oh my God, there is truly nothing worse. It makes me want to rip my skin off. Having hot, sweaty denim shoved up into your pussy crack, girl, no, there's truly nothing worse. You have to wear what makes you feel comfortable, what gives you a good breeze. Okay, skirts in the summer, fabulous. Love a long skirt, love a short skirt, love a flowy skirt. Dresses are the way to go. Okay, I love a cute little sexy sundress. There's nothing better than a sundress. One simple sundress will always make you feel put together as well. Like, you could have a sundress and just a cute little bag. Bam, beautiful summer outfit. It's flowy, it's breezy. Your pussy can breathe in one of those, that's for sure. Tank tops, not tight, restricting, I have to suck in kind of tank tops, but just like chill cotton tank tops from like Brandy Melville, wherever you can find them for cheap. I love a very simple tank top, flowy pair of pants, tank top, flowy skirt, maybe a little mini skirt, denim skirt. You have to dress for the weather. You have to dress for your comfortability. Whatever works out for you, whatever feels good for you, you have to wear those things. But I do think the key to feeling hot, sexy, and comfortable in the summer is a sundress. I live for a sundress. I really, really do. And also, I used to be uncomfortable wearing sundresses because I'd be like, oh my God, but what if it blows up and then my pussy's out to the world? Like, what if it blows up or this or that? I feel like exposed a little bit. I started buying just cotton boy shorts, like boy short underwear, where it has just like a little bit more of like a cheeky coverage and comes down onto your thighs a little bit. But it's short enough that you can wear it under skirts, under denim skirts, mini skirts, micro skirts, under dresses, whatever you're wearing. And it makes me feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more covered. And it doesn't make me so afraid of like, having a slip up or, feeling exposed to the world. A cotton pair of boy shorts is a game changer, especially for feeling comfortable with sundresses. But yes, I understand with the heat, with the humidity, especially in the Midwest here, the humidity is out of control. So just wear what makes you feel comfortable. In the summer, I don't wear my hair down a lot. I don't wear my bangs out a lot because my bangs aren't going to really stay put. So I get cute headbands, I get cute hats, I get cute scarves to hold my hair back. I put my hair in fun braids. I'll put it up into a ponytail, keep it off my neck, whatever it is. You have to adjust, but you are cute and sexy just as you are. You will feel cuter and sexier by dressing for the weather and dressing for your comfortability, okay? Hey Hannah, just asking, how do you manage to not smoke every day? If you do, thanks. Oh baby, do I smoke every day? Do I smoke every day? I do, actually. I think I do smoke every day. It's pretty rare that I don't smoke on a day. And usually if I don't smoke, it's because I'm just like so freaking busy that I just forgot to. And honestly, best case scenario, truly. I smoke every single day. Usually I wait until the evening to smoke, or like I'm busy and then I finally am like, oh, I have time to smoke in the evening. I'm chilling out. I don't have work to do, whatever. Maybe it's like I just finished dinner. I'm going to go paint. Maybe I'll take a little rip at the pen, whatever it may be. Maybe a little edible before an activity, a walk in the park. I do think I do smoke every day, but also I live a life that I'm able to do so. It's not really affecting my work. It's not really affecting my life. It's more so just like the same way people have a drink at the end of the day is the way I just like take a cute little bong rip. I don't think people have used the word cute and bong rip in a sentence together. But also like there's times in my life where I could not allow myself to smoke every single day. Like when I was in college or nursing school, I could not smoke every single day. I had things to do, and like, baby, I was studying from 8 a.m. till 3 a.m. Yes, it was an all day affair, and there was no time to like go pop out for a cute little smoke break. It was like, no, we need to be locked in this library for 18 hours. There is no other option. And sometimes that's just the fact of life. But in those moments, I was always like, okay, I'm not smoking today, but like in 3 years, I'll be at a place where like maybe I can have a different relationship with weed, or I can consume it a little bit more, or my life will be chill and I'll actually be able to enjoy it. Sometimes you just go through hard periods of your life where you do have to get strict about yourself. You have to get strict about your consumption and ask yourself, like, is this actually helping me? Is this actually, helping me move forward in life? That's why I'm setting the rule of like not smoking until at least 4 p.m. because I find myself using it as a dissociative tool. It's like, oh, I'm going to smoke and paint. It's like, no, you're going to smoke and then you're going to stare at this painting and not actually paint because you're going to get insecure about it. It's like, it's not actually helping you the way you think it is, but it does help me just chill the fuck out at the end of the night. So let's use it for that. I don't know, if you're at a point in your life where you're like, I really need to cut back on smoking, I need to stop smoking, I need to cut it out of my life. I mean, with alcohol, with anything you're trying to cut out of your life, if it is a physical item in front of you, first of all, you have to get it out of your like proximity. You have to get it out of your house. If you have bongs, like lock them up somewhere, put them away, get rid of them, give custody over to a friend for a little bit, whatever it is. Don't have weed sitting around your house. There's no temptation. Supplement with CBD if you really need to smoke something. You can always supplement. I love a CBD, especially for a supplement. But there is truth to the saying, out of sight, out of mind. It really does help. I'm not kidding. Especially with alcohol, like if it's not around me, I'm not really thinking about it. Sometimes on like a hot summer day, I'll be like, glass of wine sounds good. But if it's not readily available to me, I'm not going to go seeking it. And I think sometimes with weed, it's the same thing. It's like, if it's not around me, out of sight, out of mind. Also letting your friends know so they can hold you accountable for your goals. It's important to let people know around you your goals, your goal settings. And I mean, like, you will notice their relationships to you once you tell them about your goals and your goal setting, because like, there's some people in my life, like acquaintances or friends or like friend of a friend, whatever, that if I was like, yeah, I'm doing 30 days of all these rules, they'd be like, wow, that's crazy. There's no way you're going to do that. And it's like, oh, that's what you think about me. That's kind of how you view me. Or like, you're kind of like preying on my downfall a little bit instead of being like, wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. Hope it all works out. If you need help, let me know. When you tell people your goals, you really see kind of how they view you or what success they want for you. And a true friend, especially if you're trying to give up smoking, if you're like, hey, I'm cutting back on this, I'm trying to give it up, can you guys just be understanding with me? Or if you're gonna pop out for the little roommate smoke sesh, like, just let me know you're doing it. I don't need to be there, but just like be aware of these goals. Don't tempt me. Keep it away from me. Please. Love you. Thank you. Okay. And usually people, especially really good friends, are going to be like, yes, girl, we'll help you. We want to see you succeed. Let's fucking do it. All it takes is a little self-control. Self-control is honestly so freaking hard. It's really hard. I'm a very impulsive person. I'm a person who doesn't think through things very, very quickly or easily. I'm someone who's just like on it, ready to go, random shit. Oh, glass of wine in front of me, let's drink it. Oh, bong in front of me, let's fucking hit it. Oh, someone's going here, let's go. Like, I'm a very impulsive person, and so a little self-control, or like, I need to work on my self-control in that sort of way, because it goes a long way. It'll start transforming your life in other areas of your life, especially if you're able to enact a little self-control on one area of your life. Being able to do that will then teach you how to enact it on other areas of your life. And I think that's really beautiful. So maybe this is your little 30-day challenge. 30 days no smoking. I think you can do it. I believe in you, truly. I've done like years of no smoking before. Especially I was like in college. It was like I was going from being like a stoner in high school every single day, multiple times a day, sneaking out onto my roof to smoke at night, like all the time, to cold turkey for like a couple of years because I had to get through nursing school. And it was like, ooh, this is hard, but it teaches you how to do hard things, how to enact that self-control and win too. It teaches self-trust, teaches intuition. It's a good thing to practice, okay? So I believe in you. But yes, I do smoke every single day, and it's probably not for the best, but I don't know. It's not really affecting me super negatively yet. Until it does, for now we're good. Mother, I need to figure out how to get dopamine other than social media, attention plus people. I'm going to tell you the answer, and you're like not going to like it. Your dopamine addiction is going to be connected to like big outcomes. Okay. Think about like online shopping, big purchase. You don't have to do anything. It arrives at your door. Boom. It's just a present on your front doorstep. Fabulous. Wow. Instant hit of dopamine. A big meal. Okay. You devour it. Instant hit of dopamine. Posting on Instagram. Ooh. 100 people see it, instant hit of dopamine. Scrolling on TikTok and watching videos that are low-key kind of triggering, maybe not good videos, or they're drama, or they're this, or they're that, or people wearing meta glasses, like scary shit, instant hit of dopamine. Okay, these are big dopamine hits. The thing is, the good dopamine hits are not going to have that big outcome. They're going to be like micro dopamine hits. They're not going to be as satisfying. But once you figure them out and you're able to implement them in your life and you start relying on those a little bit more, we'll find a balance with your dopamine addiction, and you won't reach out for the cheap big hits anymore. You'll start doing the small little things that actually enact good things in your life. So what are the small little things? Okay, folding your laundry and putting it away. You're like, that's a dopamine like hit. Are you kidding me? Yes, it is. It's not big, massive, amazing as like scrolling on TikTok, but it is a dopamine hit because you're doing something good for yourself. Going on a walk, okay? It's not big and massive, but it's a small little dopamine hit to get you moving forward. Doing some art, reading a chapter of a book, petting a cat, sweeping your floors, vacuuming, washing your car, picking up things off the floor. Maybe you just cooking yourself a good, nice homemade meal. Think about things that are like naturally good for you, things that you don't naturally tend to go towards, but are good for you, like taking care of yourself, investing in your hobbies, trying new activities, getting outside, working out, moving your body. You're like, that shit is boring. Yes, it is, but that's because it's good for you. The shit that's bad for you, that's the fun stuff. Like, of course, that's the fun stuff. Hello. Of course, it's going to give you a big dopamine hit because it's something that is kind of bad, a little naughty, you know what I mean? It's cheap, it's easy, it's freaking slutty dopamine hits, okay? You have to get a little bit of control going, and you have to start enacting more small ones to overcome the one big one. So say your dopamine hit of the day is online shopping, okay? You really want to buy that $100 bag on Depop. You're like, oh, but it feels so good if I just bought it right now. You're like, okay, no, pause. Let's go clean up the kitchen. Let's go fold our laundry. Let's read one chapter of a book. Let's go on a walk. And then let's come home and see if we still want to buy that bag. the chances of you still wanting to buy that bag are slim to none. I promise you that. Okay. But it is going to take multiple of the smaller ones, the good ones, to overcome the big ones. So maybe this is your homework of the week, is you make a dopamine list, a healthy dopamine list. What are things that are naturally good for you, that you know are good for you, that take just like a little bit of effort to go and do? Working out, riding a bike down the street, going on a walk, loving on your animal. That's so easy, but it is like the perfect little dopamine hit, okay? Doing your laundry, cleaning your house, vacuuming, creating art, doing a puzzle, reading a book, calling a friend, little things like that. Make a dopamine list, okay? And next time you're like, oh my God, do I cause drama on social media, or do I do 5 of these items? Do I buy this bag, or do I check off 3 of these items on my list? Do I text my ex, or do I, do 4 of these items on my list? It's a great way to kind of keep yourself in check, and also to redirect yourself immediately whenever you do want to do those bad habits that give you a big outcome. You have a list to look back on, to look over, and to get ideas to really ground yourself back to reality. But I feel you on that. I really, really do. That's a big reason why I'm kind of trying to limit my social media consumption, because it's like, oh my God, it's eating up so much of my time when I could be doing laundry, which will make me feel good and less stressed because my house will be less cluttered. Or go on a walk and get some sunshine on my face. Go to the pool, something like that. Things that will actually stick with me, make me feel better, versus cheap, slutty fucking hits of dumbass videos. Does every guy have the wandering eye / watch porn? Okay, you know what? I'll show up for the men here. No, not every man is like that. Not every man is like that. Obviously. Wandering eye, really bad. I don't think you should be in a relationship with a man with a wandering eye. Do I think watching porn equals wandering eye? No, not at all. Wandering eye to me is more so like they are objectifying every single woman they come into contact with out in public. They are staring at them. They're not treating them like they're a human. Wandering eye to me equals objectification. And I don't think it's worth being in a relationship with a man who only looks at women as objects that he can ogle at. I think that is going to be something that's going to be very unhealthy for you. I think it's something that's very unhealthy for him. And it creates a weird dynamic in the relationship that is just a waste of fucking time. Okay. So wandering eye, no, bad, very bad. I think men should be able to, dare I say, have relationships with women that are like very neutral, very normal, the same way they do with men. Okay. Men should be able to have relationships with women or friendships with women that are like literally where they just see them as people, as normal friends. They're not wanting something out of them. They're not ogling them, whatever it is. Wandering eye is really bad. Now the porn thing, it's like, if it's a problem, it's a problem. But like, even I will sometimes watch porn here and there. It's a cheap dopamine hit. Let's clock that real quick. It really is. But like every once in a while, it's like, I'm going to put on a cute little scissoring video and get my rose toy out. Is it every single day? No, that's a massive problem. Is it affecting my sex drive in my relationship? No, that would be a massive problem. Is it affecting my relationships in my life? No, that would be a massive problem. You see what I'm saying? I do think men can get trapped in the world of porn where, it turns them seeing women only as objects. It turns into them not having a healthy sex drive because they're only able to get off to porn, where it kind of starts pushing the boundaries where they can only get off to certain things. Like that becomes really bad. I think also, dare I say, if a man has a porn issue or a porn addiction, he probably shouldn't be in a relationship. He actually should probably be working with a therapist to get out of that cycle. And like, it's not fair that it does trap us, and it's so prevalent, especially when we're young, where we don't know how to have control over ourselves, and then it becomes like a slippery slope. It's bad. It's not good. The system obviously is not set up for any of us to succeed, but also it's like, if you have a problem, that is something you should be working on and not pushing onto somebody else. I see so many women in relationships with men where they're having to compete with videos online, and that is a big fucking waste of time. Okay. Your man needs to have self-control. Your partner, woman, man, whoever, I don't give a fuck. They need to have self-control in a relationship. Otherwise, it's going to cause insecurity, instability, unfairness. There will not be any equality. One partner is going to be more insecure than the other. There's going to be just a tumultuous time. And that's like it's just a waste of time. That's not something I think that you as a partner can fix in your partner. I think that's something that your partner needs to go and want to fix on their own. So, do I think every single man has a porn addiction or a wandering eye? No. Obviously not. There are normal people out there. You can find them. I don't think you need to be settling for these men with porn addictions or wandering eyes. I think also it's dangerous to be around a man who's going to only ogle women or see them as objects. Oh, talk about TikTok brain rot. Did you guys see the video about the guy who left a voice message being like, hey, I know we've been on 2 dates and I know you said you don't really want to have sex yet, but like if we're going to have a relationship, it needs to be physical and I'm only coming over if it's physical. Talk about objectification. Talk about not being able to build relationships unless it is sexual, unless it is something that he can get out of it. Like that is dangerous. It's a very dangerous mindset to be around just because they will always put themselves first and their desires first and they will not see you as a human being. So waste of time. Men, if you're listening to this and you're like, damn, is that me? You can find help. You can break the cycle. You can get better. It's going to take some self-control. It's going to take some rewiring of your brain. And it'll be so worth it because you're going to find a fucking baddie who will love you, who will support you. But you got to support yourself first, okay? Break the cycles. Get out of it. But yeah, porn can be addicting. I understand why so many people are addicted to it. But also with any sort of addiction, it's like that is a journey that person needs to go on alone and heal from. And of course with a support system, but as a partner, that is not your job to fix or to have to deal with. And that might be controversial, but we support healthy, equal relationships. But yeah, no, in a relationship, I would not be with someone with a wandering eye. But porn, I could care less about, as long as I don't know about it. That's the thing. It's like I shouldn't know who your favorite person is or who you're getting off to. I shouldn't see a tab open. I shouldn't even have any inkling that you're watching it. That's how I know there's not a problem, you know? Sex drive, good, healthy. Bedroom relationship, good, healthy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. And truly, as long as it's that way, I won't give a fuck, okay? Different foreplay ideas to spice things up. I'm bored of makeouts. Ooh, yeah, it's like I love a makeout, but also it's like, can we do something else? Can we try something else? Sometimes you get in the same routine over and over where it's like, okay, I know what's coming next, and that's what makes it boring sometimes, where it's like the same routine over and over. It's comfortable, yes, but also like the fun part about sex is like that it gets spicy and crazy sometimes and wild. So with foreplay, I think foreplay can be very, very like chill. You know, it doesn't have to be just making out or touching over the pants, under the pants, whatever it is, giving head. Like it doesn't always have to look like that. Sometimes it's like literally just having like a good, fun, full day together where you go out, you do an activity, you spend time together, you have a little laugh, you build some new inside jokes, you have a good conversation, you get connected on a deeper level. It's like, baby, you can skip the making out and just put it right inside me at that point. You know what I mean? Gentle touching, just walking, going on a walk and holding hands. Men might be listening to this and they're like, that's foreplay, but it's like literally sometimes that's all it takes, where it's like, I just need that emotional connection more than the physical connection sometimes, and that is my favorite way to kind of get in the mood. Cooking dinner together, listening to music, dancing around the kitchen, simply just like having a leg on my hand as you're driving, playing with hair, rubbing someone's ear, like gentle sensual touching like that, in tandem with like spending quality time together and going and doing an activity. Like that is peak foreplay in my opinion. I think sometimes men hear foreplay and they're like, okay, let me go like, I don't know, kiss her neck and then maybe just take off her pants and get right into it. It's like, no. A lot of foreplay for me, especially as a woman, is like emotional foreplay. Like I need that emotional connection before the physical connection. That's why sometimes making out doesn't do it for me, because it's like, okay, this is a physical connection, but we're lacking the emotional connection because like we both just got home and started making out. And it's like, okay, fun, flirty, fantastic. Let's get into it. Sure, why not? But also, if you really want to build it up, quality time, sensual touching, good conversation, emotional connection, and then naturally, it'll ramp up. It's maybe not the ideas you were looking for, but it's the truth. Sleeping on the first date, should I do it? Here's the thing. Everybody's going to have different boundaries, different feelings, different ideas of what they're looking for. And so there is no correct answer. The only correct answer is what you're feeling in that moment. In the moment, and right now, there's a lot of like rules going on with dating that I'm seeing where it's like, you should go on at least 3 dates before you sleep with him. And it's like, if that's your personal rule, love it. Stick to it. Go for it, girl. But also like, if you sleep on the first date, that doesn't make you a slut. I truly don't believe in that. It's like if the connection's good, you're feeling it, you're both horny, you want to follow through, you want some good D or some good P, babe, go after it. Who cares? You know what I mean? But everybody has different boundaries with their bodies, with themselves, with the dating style they're looking for. And so whatever makes sense to you makes sense to you. Whatever makes sense to other people makes sense to them. Okay? A part of dating is finding someone who has the same dating style as you. Same reason why the whole voice note thing is going big online, which is like they are just not dating the same way. That man wants to be with someone who wants to hook up every single time they hang out, and that's just not that girl. Is he still kind of a freak for being like, I'm gonna pursue you, but you have to sleep with me? Yeah, like he should have just kind of let her be if that wasn't matching his dating style. Try not to coerce her into doing it. But also it's like, if you are a person who doesn't want to sleep on the first date, you're a person who doesn't want to sleep on the first date. If you're a person who's fucking feeling the vibes and you want to have a good, fun hookup with this person you just met, I don't blame you, and I don't think you should be slut shamed for that at all. I'm someone who, let me be honest, me and my current partner, yeah, we slept on the first date. We slept a lot of times on the first date. Baby, 4 hours after meeting each other, we were getting into it. I'm a very sensual person. If I connect with somebody, I connect with them. And like, I'm not going to hold myself back if I don't feel like holding myself back. And so, yeah, we got right into it. That's for sure. Actually, for multiple days, we got right into it. But that is me, and that might not be your vibe, and that's okay. Everybody's different. Everybody has different ideas of what they're looking for. Everybody has different dating styles. Everybody has different boundaries. So whatever boundary you want to hold with yourself is valid. Whether that's 4 hours, 4 days, 4 weeks, I don't care. Follow your intuition. Follow what you want. That's all that matters. I think a lot of sexual liberation, especially with women, is simply just listening to yourself and what you want. Truly. I feel like the feminism that was 10 years ago was like, women should just be sleeping around and doing whatever and blah, 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 and sex on the first date. It was like very sexually free, which was like cool. Like that was a first for us. Love it. But also it was like maybe shaming the women who weren't so sexual and then pressuring them into being more sexual. And then that wasn't fun. And now we're kind of entering an era where women felt that pressure to be sexual for a long time, and now they're kind of not wanting to be so much. And it's like there is no arbitrary rules to sex other than what you personally want and what you personally feel comfortable with. If you were a Mormon who is like, I don't want to have sex until marriage, cool, that's your personal boundary. I hope you find your personal freak who matches that. If you are a person who's like, no, I need to have sex on the first date, cool, you go and find that person. Your time looking for it. Don't pressure anybody into doing that. But like whatever you feel comfortable with, you feel comfortable with, and that is valid. Oh my God, this question is fucking crazy. This is turning into a confessionals episode. Hi girl, love you so much. Okay, so in January I moved to London and was going to get back together with my ex-boyfriend who was coming to see me because we were getting back together. Long story short, he got hit by a car and has been in a coma with a severe brain injury since then. January. I have since found out he was talking to the girl I told him I wasn't comfortable with him being friends with every time we argued for our entire 3-year relationship. She did not tell me until I confronted her about the fact that she was fucking his older sister's 35-year-old boyfriend. Whoa, my brain. I need like a family tree. She then basically told me that my man has been talking to her every month for 3 years. Anyways, my boy bestie of 5 years kissed me recently, and we've been hooking up and kind of going out since then. He's really sweet, but a little shorter than me. By the way, I'm 20 and 5'8". He's like 5'6". What do we think? What do I do? LOL, love you, girl, send help. I just got whiplash. I don't even know if this is real, but I just got freaking whiplash. Oh my God, the story beforehand only to lead into like, is he too short for me? Babe, that's crazy. No, I don't. Listen, Short kings deserve love too. You know what I mean? I don't understand this obsession with height. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing with sex. It's like everybody has different boundaries. Everybody has different things they're looking for. But like, if you meet a good guy, he's a vibe, y'all connect, y'all are vibing, having a good time, and the only thing is like he's a little short. Girl, if you don't scoop him up and run away into your fairy tale dreamland. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, literally. It's like, who cares? Who cares? Unless it's something like you randomly really, really care about. If you're like, no, I have to be with a man that's 6'5", then baby, don't waste your time. Like, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. Don't waste your time on this man. That's okay. But also it's like, if the only thing is his height, who cares? Truly. I'm not someone who's like height sensitive. You know, if I'm taller than you, I'm taller than you. It is what it is. If, you know, I'm shorter than you, I'm shorter than you. Who cares? But like, if that's something that you're just like not vibing with, then you're not vibing with it. If it's something you're like, oh, this is an arbitrary rule that I've heard people talk about that I should maybe care about. Should I care about it? It's like, probably not. That's why I hate sometimes online discourse, because it's like, discourse about what? Discourse about people's bodies and height? Like, genuinely, who cares? How about discourse about being a good person? How about discourse about being a good, decent human being? Let's talk about that. But, oh my God, what a whiplash of a life. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everybody around you is doing okay. Unless they're evil, then fuck them. But like, wow, that was a lot. I don't think you need to have contact with any of the people in that story, if I'm being honest. Sounds like they're all chaos. Oh God, we'll be fucking my ex's older brother soon. Am I the asshole? Context. Ex ghosted me 1.5 years in. Yeah. Oh gosh. Listen, I am always pro woman. I'm always pro good or evil woman. I will say, ex ghosted you 1.5 years in. What do you mean, you were dating and he just like stopped talking to you? What the fuck? I would also do something probably like super horrible, awful, evil, like fucking his older brother. But also, I think like using your body as a weapon is not the best tool of physical karma. You know what I mean? If you were a woman and you're like, I need to get karma on this man, I need to enact karma on him, it's like, yeah, you can fuck his friend, but also like, I feel like it's just like a massive waste of time. Yeah, you could fuck his brother, but I feel like that's a massive waste of time because you're still connecting yourself to him. The best form of karma is complete removal of yourself. Okay? Complete removal of yourself. You don't want to be this weird ghost that's following him around and haunting him by fucking his friends or his brother or his sister or his mother or his father, whatever it is. Like, you don't want to use your body as a weapon because then your body becomes a tool. And I don't want your body to be a tool. I want your body to be a temple. Unless you want to use it as a tool, then whatever. I'm not here to shame you. It is what it is. Everybody does what they want. And that's okay. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. But also it's like, I think the best form of karma, especially on people who need karma, who you feel like you need to enact karma on, is to completely and utterly withdraw yourself from their life as if they never existed. Men who do things to rile you up, to get you angry, who ghost you 1.5 years into a relationship, do that because they don't give a fuck about you and they also want to kind of enact something painful on you. If they didn't want to enact something painful on you, they would have had a conversation, you would have had an amicable breakup, you would have gotten some closure. You know what I mean? When people do things to hurt you, they want to see you in pain. So you cannot react in pain, you have to react in withdrawing emotions, withdrawing yourself, withdrawing your time, withdrawing your energy, disappearing completely. I've done that with practically all of my exes, where it's like, no matter what, I don't care, I'm gonna pretend like you never fucking existed. And that is the best form of revenge ever. It really is. Not only are you protecting your peace, you're protecting your time. You're not doing anything that's also gonna maybe bring karma upon you. You know what I mean? But also, you're young, you're hot, you're sexy, you're angry. And whatever you do is your choice. But also it's like, it sometimes becomes like a big game of mental warfare. And that is always just like a waste of time, in my opinion. Anything that is not protecting your peace, protecting your, desires in life, protecting your higher self, then it's just a massive waste of time. Just started therapy. Should I tell the full truth or lie? Oh my God. I'm always pro truth. But also that did get me put in the psych ward. But also I needed to be put in the psych ward. So I was proud of myself for telling the truth, because if I didn't tell the truth, I think it would have gotten really, really bad for me. And honestly, therapists are not going to like admit you unless they're genuinely afraid for your life. And like that therapist was genuinely afraid for my life. Like they handed me that intake sheet and it was like sad, depressed, unemotional, suicidal, self-harm. Like every single fucking box was checked off. And I know she looked at that and was like, all right, the van is on the way, girl. You know what I mean? I think people, when it comes to like therapists, are like, well, I don't want to tell them the whole truth because I don't want to get admitted. It's like, baby, that is not going to happen unless it's like, we have to take real steps forward, and that means protecting yourself from yourself sometimes. You know, was I upset about getting admitted? Yes. Was it also the best thing that could have possibly happened for me? Yes, absolutely. So no, I'm pro telling full truth to your therapist. Like the first time you're there, it's more so the meeting is going to be about like, do we vibe? Do you listen to me? Do we have the same ideals? Do we have the same perspectives? You know, am I able to talk to you like I would a friend, or do I feel like you're secretly sitting here judging me? When you're first going to therapy, it's more so like figuring out if you even want a relationship with this person, because having a therapist, you're going to have to build a relationship with them, because you're going to have to trust them with like all of your deepest, darkest secrets. Hello, duh. And that's when you get into the truth. Once you trust them, once you feel like you've built up a good relationship, once you feel like, you know, you have somebody in your life that is a real tool, a real person who is worthy of your trust, I think that's when you start getting into the deeper, more sensitive, more emotional topics. Having a therapist means building a relationship with them. It really is. And it takes some dating around to find the right one. Yes. It takes some time to get to know each other before you kind of dive into everything. But also it's like, yeah, you should probably be telling the truth, because the truth is affecting you. The truth is affecting you. Let's be honest. How to deal with a depressed boyfriend with no drive for the future? I'm scared. Ooh, I'd be scared too. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Something that I'm kind of coming to terms with as a 27-year-old is love is not enough for a relationship. Oh God, that's going to be controversial. Love is like number one in a relationship. Yes, absolutely. You have to love each other. You have to love each other. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. Yes, you've heard it before. You have to love each other. You do. You have to love them at their worst. You have to love them at their best. But also, a relationship is you're building a future together. You are. And if your partner is unable to build a future with you, they don't have a desire to build a future with you, they're unable to even look at the future and dream of a future, they don't want a future for themselves, then there is no relationship building that can occur. Okay, let's be honest. It's like, what is your goals with a relationship? Is it just like you're comfortable, or is it like, I want to have a family, I want to be able to have a house at some point? That's going to take 2 incomes, which means like my partner has to have a good job and has to be able to save money and has to have a good relationship with money. Like there's so many categories and aspects of a relationship that are so important, that are so overlooked. And I think it does come down to, is this a person that I can build a future with? That's what makes a good, healthy relationship. Is this somebody who has my back? Is this somebody I can trust? Is this somebody who looks forward, who is able to plan ahead? Is this somebody who, if I was like hospitalized for a month, would be able to not only take care of me, but also take care of the home, and I would come out of the hospital and everything would be normal? That's kind of the deal you're making in a relationship. You know what I mean? But also it takes 2 to tango. And if you feel like there's a lot of fucking love in this relationship, I love him, I love him, I love him, but that's it, then that's when you got to start kind of side-eyeing and questioning and going, but what do you want for yourself? It's okay to ask, what do you want for yourself? What future do you want? What does your ideal partner look like? Where do you want this partnership to go? Do you want to get engaged? Do you want to have a family? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy land? What do you want? What do you want out of life? What do you want out of a relationship? Because a lot of a relationship, especially like seeing how my parents interact, or how my brother, my sister-in-law interact, or any like good, healthy relationships I see in my life, it is like a team. That is you and them versus the world. And it takes 2 whole, well-rounded individuals to be able to do that. Sometimes one gets knocked on their ass. Yes, the other one comes, picks up the pieces, they get back to it. You know, it's all about give and take, but also it's like, if your partner is lazy, unmotivated, can't prioritize you, doesn't plan dates for you, doesn't plan anything for himself, has no plans for the future, no prospects, no money, no initiative, not even a smile on their fucking face, then what is it for? For the love? Baby, there ain't no love there. The house is empty. I know, scary, spooky. That is a haunted house, I will say. Now, I think there's something about having a depressed partner and seeing them kind of emotionally slow down, being concerned about them, being concerned about their health, wanting to show up for them. Valid, real, honest. I'm a depressed person. I get depressed. I'm in a relationship. I get depressed. It is what it is. I get depressed outside of a relationship. I get depressed inside of a relationship. And it's normal. I have depression. Hello, there's going to be ups and downs, but also it's like I communicate that with my partner. I make plans for myself. I set myself up for success. I get extra help. I'm very honest with what I'm going through. We make plans to kind of make things a little bit better for me, to kind of get myself excited about life again, to maybe go and seek help if I need it, whatever it is. Like there is like a goal together. But I do think there becomes a massive problem when your partner can't show up for themselves, and then so in turn they can't show up for you, and they don't want better for themselves, so they can't show up and be better for you. That's a problem. And sometimes people don't have the emotional wherewithal to know that they can't balance taking care of themselves in a relationship. And it does get to a point where sometimes you have to ask yourself, is this good? Has anything changed? Is my helping actually getting them motivated, or is it just like a waste of fucking time? And that is real and raw and scary and honest, but it's something that a lot of people go through, especially in relationships. I see a lot of women settling for men who simply put want them to do all of the heavy lifting, all of the work, and they want to sit back and do nothing in the relationship. And that is really spooky and really scary. Okay, it takes two to tango, like I said. Here is a daydreaming goal you can do to really check in. Like I said, everybody has different goals in life. Not everybody wants kids, okay? But let's think in a very traditional sense. If you were to fast forward, I don't know what, like 10 years from now, you have 3 kids, whether you want to or not. You have 3 kids, you have a house, you have a dog, you have plants, you have activities you have to go to, you have a full-time job, so does your partner. Would your partner now be able to grow into a person where you would feel comfortable in that environment, in that space? Or if you were thrust upon this random future reality, would it be so incredibly stressful? You would be managing everything. You would be taking care of everything. You would be in control of everything. It would be such a heavy load on you, and your partner would show up and do nothing. That is something that you should think about. You guys, I finally found the big ass fucking Nidos. Don't overlook the art supply store. My other Nido, I didn't realize how stressed out I was until I was like squishing my little baby Nido, and it exploded in my hand. You guys, I was like, ooh, okay, girl, we gotta relax, we gotta chill. But I love these Nidos. Oh my god, I get why people are out like squishy hunting. This is killing me. But I finally found the big one. Hopefully this one doesn't explode, because they're full of like glue. Oh my god, they're full of like sticky glue. Like, children shouldn't be having this. I should barely be able to have this, but the Nidos, they've really gotten me. Also, with the relationship thing, if you're ever confused about what's going on, have a conversation with your partner. Talk about your fears. Talk about what's worrying you. That is the best way to build a relationship, to build connection, or to understand, damn, this person doesn't see where I'm coming from. This person can't show up for me. They can't show up for themselves. And maybe, baby, you gotta get out of there. Cat products / tips that have changed your life and given Danger the best life possible. Oh, wait, this is so cute. Okay, let's see. I mean, I got him when I was young, like very young, like 13. So he just had his 14th birthday. And honestly, he's doing pretty good for, you know, being a young child taking care of a cat. He got his teeth cleaned, and the vet said his teeth were the cleanest he's pretty much ever fucking seen in a cat. And I don't think I've done anything crazy to really help his health other than, listen, routine. Number one, having a vet you trust. Okay, there's a lot of vets out there, but having one you trust is really, really important. It took me the same way you kind of like date around for therapists. It took me seeing like 4 different vets until I finally found one that I was like, I fuck with his energy. He's super calm. The one I go to has like a fear-free certified program where all of their vets are fear-free certified for cats specifically. So you don't even like, you show up, they immediately take you back to a room that is calm, away from dogs, away from noise. You know, they're coming into the room, they're very quiet when they speak because Danger's a very fearful cat. Okay, I mean, all cats are, but he is very on edge. So I loved that they catered to him because, hello, you're a vet, you kind of have to cater to the animal, let's be honest. So having a vet I trust, especially going through his health scare, having a vet who was willing to work with me, who wasn't just like, well, this is just gonna be how it is. It was like, no, I'm doing research off the clock. Like I really want to help your animal and figure this out. A vet you trust goes a long way. Number 2 is I started giving him wet food. He gets dry food, don't get me wrong, and he gets dry food that is, I mean, relatively healthy for who he is. Indoor weight control food, very simple. It's nothing like premium quality. I'm not feeding him a raw diet, let's be honest. But more so recently, he's been getting wet food twice a day. He doesn't eat a lot of wet food, but it makes me feel better about his water consumption. And I think it's also good for his digestion, good for his coat, good for his skin, good for just everything. So he gets half a can of wet food in the morning and night with added water. Survived like only on dry food for about 10 years. So the wet food thing is more so a recent thing, but it has had a drastic change on his coat, his behavior, his energy level. I know he's getting water. It makes me feel good. I'm sure it makes him feel good. Another thing that is a treat, but I think really helped with his dental, is greenies. I know greenie treats are dental treats for cats, but they are really good for just like bonding. I like giving him little treats when he does good things. He will tell me when he goes to the bathroom because I've trained him to come to me for a treat. So I know he's using the bathroom regularly. Well, also I'm scooping it, but like he will wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, bitch, it's time for my greenie treat. I just went poop. It's like, okay, well, thank you for telling me. But also like, goddamn, it's 3 a.m. You know what I mean? But the greenie treats really helped his teeth. I think that's the number one reason why the vet was like, his teeth are honestly really good. I think number 1 was luck, but also I've been giving him about like 5 greenie treats a day. And of course I, compensate his dry food a little less so he can, have a little bit more calories to the greenies, but they're really good for his teeth. I'm shocked by it. I didn't realize they were that good, but they are really good for his teeth. If your cat gets hairballs, the Churu hairball are fantastic, but like you can only give them, I give him like maybe 1 a month. I know I used to give him to him all the time, but I don't think it was good for his digestion. So only if he's getting hairballs do I give him like the hairball control Churus as a little wet treat. Stainless steel litter box. Okay. It's much cleaner. It doesn't absorb any like smells or anything that like the plastic ones do. Danger's picky about litter. He only likes certain litter. So I use the pretty litter, and I know this because I've tried other like health benefit, healthy for the earth litter, and then he started pissing on the floor and it was like, that ain't happening. We're going to use what he knows, and that is the pretty litter. I know with pretty litter it's like health monitoring, but I've found that it is very unpredictable and honestly just like not good for health monitoring. I don't pay attention to the health monitoring aspect. I just use it. It's just what he's used to. It's what I'm used to. The number one thing you can do for your cat is have a good routine, stability, a quiet home, entertainment. My cat loves a routine. If his routine gets switched up, he is like, what the fuck is going on? Having a good routine also helps when I'm out of town. So I have a routine to give the pet sitter. So then he still feels like, he's not being abandoned or whatever. He doesn't play with a lot of toys, but I do have like tunnels, a bunch of beds around the house since he is older for him to lay in, so he's comfortable, so he's cozy. I have a lot of water fountains around my house. I have about 3 of them and a couple different bowls of water, so he is able to go to different spots and get water, access it very easily. Growing up, he only drank out of the toilet. Isn't that crazy? I don't know what it was, but we put bowls of water out and he just was not interested. He was only interested in toilet water. So strange. Nowadays, he's like, bitch, if my fountain's not full, I'm pissed off. So I make sure I have a couple fountains going. Water is so important for cats. And yeah, I don't know. Having a good team behind you, good vet, fabulous. Also, vets are expensive. Let's be fucking honest. Vets are crazy expensive. And I know this because he went through his health scare. There are a lot of vets out there who do monthly promos where it's like a $20 a month subscription fee and it waives all vet visits. It waives fees for vaccines. It waives fees for medication. And it can save you a lot of money in the long run. So look at different vets around you. See if they have any sort of like loyalty memberships, things like that. It could save you money in the long run. He's too old for insurance. If I were to get him cat insurance, it would have been $250 a month. I know. Hello. That's how much my health insurance is pretty much. And honestly, if I had to make claims, they probably would have denied them anyways. So if you have a young cat, like a kitten, under 3, get health insurance, get cat health insurance. It'll be much cheaper. And then once it gets expensive when they're older, you can just cancel it or whatever. But for now, for any sort of like random accidents, I do think it's worth it. For him, since he's so old, the cost didn't make sense. It's like, I'd rather just put that in my savings and have it for like a rainy day situation. But yeah, those are all the things that I think have made him happy, have made him healthy, and also just like extending his longevity. Because like I said, if you think about it, he's an elderly cat. He's 14, but he acts like a kitten. He has so much energy. He has so much excitement for life. He's just the sweetest little boy ever. And I'm so thankful to have him in my life. And I'm kind of getting on track later than usual. Like if you were at your age now to get a cat, you have a little bit more wherewithal. I got him when I was 13. So he did do about 10 years of like very basic care, basic love, basic attention. Now, since he's older and I'm stable, he's getting spoiled, obviously. But you'd be surprised what a little love and care can do and how far it can really take them. Obviously, he's always been treated well, but now he's old. He's getting spoiled. Mama's making money. He can have whatever he wants, truly. He can have whatever he wants. When I have kids, they're going to be so spoiled. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. The way I treat my cat, it's like, could you imagine if I had a child? Yeah, get whatever candy bar you want. I don't care. Truly. He lives better than me. Literally this morning, it was like, wake up, wet food, greeny treat, bathroom, another treat because he went to the bathroom, then outside time. He's outside hanging out, watching the birds, watching the squirrels. Don't worry, it's a catio. It is safe. He's lounging in the sun, feeling like he's probably laying on a heating mat. His joints feeling good. He's going to come in. He's going to drink some water. He's going to go take a nap in the AC for about 3 hours during the peak of the heat. Then he's going to wake up. He's going to ask for another treat. He's going to go back outside, sleep through the evening, come in, dinner time. We play, and then he goes to bed. Literally, that is our daily routine. He lives for it. He loves it. And I'm so happy that I can make him happy. It makes me feel so good. I love having just like a little animal around me. It just gives me something to live for, truly. It makes me get up every morning. Makes me, want to do better for myself so I can do better for him. It gives me some love, some dopamine. Having a cute little creature that trusts you so much is truly so transformational. And I highly recommend for anybody who is in a place where they feel comfortable to get an animal, who needs a companion, who has the time to spend on them, who has the money to spend on them. It's so worth it. It is so worth it. But with that being said, what a random episode, truly. Hopefully you got some answers. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you had a little laugh. Sorry if I'm a little delulu today. Mama needs to get some sleep in. I do. Tomorrow is my rest and relaxation day. I'm doing a big spa day for myself. I'm so excited. I'm going to sleep in. It's going to be a vibe. I'm also going to vlog it for this week's vlog. So if you want to see that on Sunday, it'll be up on YouTube at Hannah Marlene 444 with all the other vlogs. Or it'll be up early on the Patreon per usual. They get it about a half week early, as well as a new episode every single week. Oh my God, last week's episode, it was giving OG Smoke Sesh days. It was chaos. It was crazy. It was so fun. We have a key over there. We have a good time. Patreon.com/smokeseshshotty. If you want to see what I'm up to, follow me on Instagram at Hannah Marlene. And yeah, with that being said, stay sane, stay sexy, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.